Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my Caliente Kitchen. Today, we're celebrating two important festivities. It's September, and September is National Fruits and Veggies Month. I love that since I'm a passionate promoter of fruits and vegetables of all kinds. And of course, we're in the midst of National Hispanic Heritage Month as well. And as a Latino, this is time to celebrate for me here in the United States. So the National Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates Latinos that have contributed to the American society. And because I am the ambassador one of the ambassadors for the Public Health for Better Health Foundation, half a plant, right? And a Peruvian Latino who loves to eat and food, I decided I'm gonna give you a great recipe today with a Latin flair, Peruvian flair, and this recipe is a quinoa bowl. But this is not going to be just any quinoa bowl. This is going to be your Peruvian Pesto Quinoa Bowl. So before I start, tell me again, I always like to know where you're watching me from. I am in San Francisco, California, lovely city, super happy here. But I want to know where you're watching me from and ask me questions, please. And I'd be glad to answer those after the live, or maybe if the questions come, I can answer you during the live as well. All right, so are you ready? Let's get cooking. So first of all, we're gonna start making the pesto. So I already started sauteing some onions. And I'm gonna add some garlic in here. This is crushed garlic, really delicious stuff. So, by the way, Peruvian cuisine is a fusion of different cultures. We have French, Italian, Chinese, a lot of Chinese influence in our cooking, Japanese, African. So that's what Peruvian cuisine is. And you'll see today, we have a combination of different things in this delicious pesto sauce, Peruvian style pesto sauce. All right, so saute the garlic and onion for about 2-3 minutes. I already kind of started the process. And then we're gonna add spinach. All right, so some spinach in here. And what we're doing, we're gonna wilt the spinach and basil. Of course, pesto without basil is not pesto. And this is fresh spinach and pesto. I'm gonna add this little one that left, and I'm gonna cover that. And while this is cooking, I'm going to tell you something about fruits and vegetables that I love. So I'm going to tell you that as a registered dietitian, of course, an ambassador for PBH, Products for Better Health Foundation, I recommend to eat all kinds of fruits and vegetables, which I do, by the way. And what I mean by all kinds, I'm talking fresh, frozen, canned, dry, and 100% juice. So fruit juice or vegetable juice. Now this dish actually has a couple of different kinds of vegetables, fresh, and I use frozen for the quinoa. So as this is wilting, I'm going to tell you how I make the quinoa. So I'm going to kind of stir a little bit in here. So the quinoa, you cook it like rice. I don't know if you ever had quinoa. Quinoa is not a grain, it's a seed, and it comes from the Andes of Peru. Now, quinoa is a complete protein with all essential amino acids with antioxidants, so it's a great whole grain. Even though it's a seed, we consider it a whole grain. It gives you carbohydrates and protein and tons of nutrition. Now, the quinoa, you cook it like rice, and all you need to do is for a cup dry of quinoa, you add 2 cups of broth. I like to use chicken broth, but you can use vegetable broth if you're a vegan or vegetarian. And as you cook the quinoa, I added 2 cups of frozen vegetables. This is mixed frozen vegetables, carrots, peas, green beans, and corn. So I added a little bit of salt. I sauteed a little onion, really good stuff. And you cook it for only 10 minutes. Now, I like my quinoa al dente, so I like to have a bite to it. So I sometimes add a little less water or cook it a little less, and that way it becomes a little al dente texture. Really good stuff. They have different colors of quinoa, and but anyways, you add vegetables when you cook the quinoa, and it's quite delicious. Now this is continue cooking. So there you go. We're almost getting in there. So we want to make sure we wilt this completely. And again, you know, a lot of people don't think that canned vegetables or frozen vegetables have no nutrition. Well, I'm here to tell you now that that is actually not true. Canned and frozen vegetables and fruits, by the way, have tons of nutrition. By the way, when I visited many fields of here in California, of course we have tons of fields of all different fruits and vegetables, orchards, and you tell me, and I seen, you know, they picked at the peak of the season of the fruit and vegetable, they either freeze it or can it right then. So I always say, if you buy something fresh and a week passes by, now the frozen or canned has more nutrition. All right, so again, remember, use all kinds of fruits and vegetables and have a plant every day. Now that this is wilted, I'm gonna add it in the blender here to make the pesto sauce, Peruvian style pesto sauce. So I'm gonna actually pour that in here. All right, so now we add the cooked onion, garlic, spinach, and pesto in here. You must try this recipe, you're going to love it. All right, so now I'm gonna turn this off. There you go. And here is queso fresco. So queso fresco, by the way, queso fresco is a Latin cheese that most Latino countries use in their cooking or eat it as is. I love it. Now, queso fresco is found almost in every supermarket, and I buy the one that is low fat and also is salty, so you have to watch when you're adding salt to taste to not add too much salt. So we're gonna add queso fresco. Now, you can replace queso fresco with feta cheese if you cannot find queso fresco in your market. And then we're gonna add some milk. Since I'm lactose intolerant, I like to use lactose-free milk. Very good stuff. And some walnuts in here. Yum, so good. Add a little touch of salt. I already know the amounts. I'm gonna write the recipes later in the comments so you can have that there. And then we're gonna blend this. Oop. And that's it, my friends. So super easy. So now I'm gonna actually plate my bowl. I'm gonna move this in here. All right, and I'm gonna pour some quinoa in my bowl here. Let me move that in here now. Give you a little more space to work. And again, the quinoa was cooked in 10 minutes, so it's super easy and so nutritious. And look at the colors. I love colorful plates with vegetables. So nice. All right, so now you add there. So the right portion is about a cup for men, a half a cup to 3/4 cup for ladies. Now we're gonna add some sauce in here, the green sauce on top. Really good stuff. There we go. I like lots of sauce. And then we're gonna top this with a fried egg on top there. Boom. Look at that beauty. Wow, so good. So now here you have a delicious meal with tons of nutrition, high protein, high fiber, antioxidants, all of it in one bowl. And it's so good. I'm gonna taste some of it now. Wow, you must make this Peruvian pesto style quinoa bowl. So good for you. All right. So thank you for watching today. Remember, ask questions. I'll answer them. Also, tell me where you're watching me from. If you want to learn more about myself, you can visit manuelvillacorta.com. All right, my friends, thank you so much, and have a plant every day. Take care now.